don't answer it.
But I have an appointment, dear. I must.
Please.
You don't care how you make me keep people waiting, do you?
No, not other women.
No, that woman was my uncle.
Yes, of course, your uncle. She must be very charming.
Oh, yes, quite. He has a charming manner, especially when he calls me names like young blackguard and young jackanapes.
Oh, young blackguard.
Your guests are assembled, sir.
I know.
Shall I serve luncheon?
No, not yet.
You have the most adorable mouth. Did anyone ever tell you?
Lots of times. But no one has told me so well as you. You can lie so beautifully, Robert.
And so do you.
Open the door.
My husband.
Your husband? You didn't tell me you had a husband.
It is my husband. Where can I hide? He will kill me.
Open the door. Here, come over here. Open the door.
Just a moment, my dear sir. Just a moment.
What do you mean? Explain yourself breaking up my afternoon nap in this ridiculous fashion. Your afternoon nap? Where is she?
Where'd you expect it to be? It's gone, of course. Once I'm awakened, it's gone for good. I never can go back to sleep again.
Bah! Where's my wife?
My dear sir, how should I know where your wife is? Why, I don't even know who you are.
I'm the husband.
Look here, you can't do this. This is my apartment. You must be mistaking me for someone else.
There's no mistaking you, Lord Robert Bramwell.
Well, is your wife in there? I'm sorry, monsieur, but I have no more doors. Come, she might be over here. No? Now, really, isn't this a bit unusual to burst into a gentleman's apartment like this and go around upsetting things?
I'm sorry, monsieur. My wife. I think I saw her come in here, and I go crazy.
Oh, no, I don't blame you, but you see she's not here. Will you have a cocktail? Oh, now, come along. Now, don't you think you've done the poor woman a grave injustice? I'm sure she's at home adoring you.
Well,
Now, you run along home, and I'm sure you'll find her. If you don't, you come back, and I'll help you find her.
Yes, thanks. Oh, there's another door.
So there is.
Well?
Why, that's only a closet. Your wife is not the kind of a woman that would hide in a closet.
No. Still, I don't know.
Well, then, by all means, we'll look.
No, never mind.
Oh, but
Never
I
mind.
insist, monsieur. I want you to be perfectly satisfied. I'll open this door or any other door for you, monsieur. There. Are you satisfied?
Well, I think I have been mistaken. I apologize, monsieur.
Oh, not at all. I understand perfectly. Monsieur must have a very charming wife to be so jealous.
Clotilde? Not bad. Trifle faded, perhaps. But what a temper, monsieur. Oh, mon Dieu.
Well, I hope she doesn't hear of this.
If you hear of this, monsieur, well, vous comprenez?
You bet I comprende.
But just the same, she's my wife, and I do not permit her to make the fool of me. I have my own little indiscretion. I'll not stay by the fire.
Yes.
But she, stay where she is.
I hope so.
Well, you see yourself what I'm like when I'm aroused.
Yes, I see, all right. But perhaps we better not go into that now.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Au revoir.
And shall we meet some other day, yes?
Yes, but not in the same way, I hope.
Quel saligo, quelle taille, voyons. I am faded, eh? Am I faded, mon ami?
Oh, no.
Temper, je suis furieuse. I will show him temper when I am home. Have I got temper, Robert?
Oh, no, Clotilde.
Oh, je m'en souviens. Only wait. Where is mon chapeau? My hat.
Oh, yes.
Attendez, quand j'arrive chez moi, vous verrez. Ah, mon brave, attendez seulement. Little indiscretions, indeed. Figurez-vous, a married man and such immorality. C'est incroyable, mon Dieu. Chérie. Monster. Au revoir.
Clotilde, wait.
Well?
Salut.
Oh, merci.
Oh, merci. Hello, Uncle George. I'm lunching with you, aren't I?
You young scoundrel, I've been waiting for you over an hour already.
you ungrateful young scamp? I offer to settle your debts, pay off these women who are claiming Lord knows what. I call all your creditors together. I order a princely lunch to put them in a good temper, and you keep them waiting until...
Why, I'm sorry, Uncle George. I'll come right over.
All right. Unless you're here in 10 minutes, I'm through with you. I apologize humbly for the delay, ladies and gentlemen. My nephew's been unexpectedly detained. A little matter of diplomacy. Affairs of France, he just knows. But we won't wait for him any longer. Won't you sit down? In 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, in 5 minutes, he'll be with us.
Comment allez-vous, là, Robert?
Fine, thanks.
What do you mean, where am I? I'm at the dentist. Ask the dentist to speak to you. Are you mad? I'll do nothing of the sort. Are you doubting my word? Yes, I am angry. I'm furious. One, please.
I beg your pardon?
A table for one.
Oh, yes. This way, please.
No, thank you. Sorry.
Ah, for two, my lord.
Oh,
For two.
well.
Oh, it's quite all right.
Yes, dear. Still at the dentist. No, dear, the worst is over. He never uses an anesthetic. I'm not sure, dear. I'll ask him. Doctor, will you be finished with me soon?
It won't be long now.
The doctor says it won't be long now. Yes, dear. All right. Oh, I really must go.
Not until you promise to come again.
Oh, I don't know.
Come, say yes. You told me you took your happiness where you found it.
Yes.
Say yes to life. Say yes to love. Say yes to me.
Say yes to life. Say yes to love. Say...
Oh, Uncle George, come in. I was just on my way to join you. By Jove, I'm a bit late.
You ungrateful young puppy.
Won't you sit down?
No, I will not, thank you. I gathered your creditors together. You hadn't even the decency to...
But let me explain. A friend of mine, a lady, with the toothache.
Oh, save your imagination. You're just as bad as your father. They shipped him to Canada to make a man of him. But he got no further than the nightclubs of New York, flinging his money to the four winds. And you're just like him, only you're flinging mine.
Uncle George, I'm awfully sorry. Really, I am.
Well, this is the end, Robert. You'll toss no more of my money to the bookmakers and the chorus girls. I could forgive an attraction for a charming woman of our own class, but these...
Uncle George, you were saying,
Oh, Lord Hampton, how do you do?
It's Lady Agatha.
This is a pleasure.
I thought you and Freddie were in Monte.
We were. Lost masses of money, and Freddie lost his temper.
And how is the dear boy?
Oh, indecently robust.
You know my nephew, Lord Robert Brummel. Bobby, this is Lady Agatha Carroll.
Charmed.
delighted.
I really must fly. Dine with us one night. Both of you.
I shall look forward to it.
Splendid.
My kind regards to your husband.
Thank you.
And mine.
Goodbye, Lord Hampton.
Au revoir.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Goodbye.
You confounded young scoundrel. Where's my hat?
Uncle George, won't you sit down and have a whiskey? Now about this proposal of yours. The point is...
The point is this. You have creditors. No matter. You have love affairs. No matter. You throw money out of the window.
No matter.
Your bills, tailors, Bootmakers, hatters are enormous. In fact, you're living beyond my means.
So you propose?
That you should put a stop to this and settle down at once. And by that I mean marriage. And when I say marriage, I mean inside a month.
Marry?
Yes.
Oh, good heavens.
Now, sit down, Bobby, and listen to me. I have the very girl for you.
I know. Well-bred, well-educated, virtuous, healthy, and just about as exciting as a dish of mashed potatoes.
Well, I'll tell you who she is, since you don't ask me.
I've been delaying the shock, Uncle George.
She's Roxana Hartley, only daughter of my old friend, Lady Jane. A delightful family. Come now, what do you say about that, eh?
I have no doubt the young lady's charming, but I shan't marry her or any other girl.
That's a very strong statement, sir. Very strong. Can you give me any logical reason for your attitude?
I'd like to marry if I could find a wife I could trust, but I know too much about women. Do you ever see these modern girls with their husbands? No, they're always with someone else's husband. Or running around with gigolos, hired dancing partners.
Yes, but Roxy's quite different. You'll never see her with a hired dancing partner. Come now, do at least meet her. She's a Biarritz with her mother.
No, sir. I've seen too many husbands fool to give some other fellow a whack at me.
Very well. That ends the discussion.
Oh, now, wait a minute, sir.
I leave my money to charity.
Oh, wait a minute, sir. Uncle George, I'll make you a proposition. I'll marry this girl if she's fool enough to want me. If within 30 days I can, prove to my own satisfaction that she's all you say she is.
You're not suggesting that you should try to...
Well, roughly, yes.
You young puppy, it's infamous. It's preposterous.
If she's all you say she is, I'll fail.
Right, you will. I never felt so certain of anyone in all my life as I do of this little lady. All right, you skeptical young blighter, go to it and you'll find you'll get the licking of your life.
Excuse me, Uncle George. Hello? Hello, Mary, how are you? Oh, Kitty. Hello. Oh, I'm sorry, dear, but I'm leaving Paris in the morning. Biarritz? Big game hunting. Yes, there is. Excellent hunting. I'll be back in, now let me see, say about a week?
No.
10 days at the most. The game is shy and needs skillful handling.
Did you have a pleasant trip, George?
Oh, quite, thanks.
Did Lord Robert come with you?
No, he's coming along later. He's on a hunting trip.
Hunting? That doesn't sound very enthusiastic, does it? Did you speak to him about Roxy?
Oh, rather. He's beside himself. Jane, you're practically a grandmother. You can count on it almost. And what does Roxy say?
Ah, my dear George, I'm far too clever to give our little plan away.
Oh.
But I can assure you she's very keen on your nephew.
Good. I'm keen to meet her, too. I haven't seen her since she went to the convent.
Really?
A shy, demure little thing.
Now I want my kiss. And I want mine.
All right, but I shan't be responsible for the consequences. Here goes, dear. Hello, Mama. Give you that kiss later. Bye. Oh, silly. You remember Lord Hampton, don't you? Oh, Roxy, I'm sure I don't know what he's going to say about you. Hello, Lord Hampton.
Delighted to see you, my dear.
And this is Bibi. Isn't he adorable? I just won him as a bridge prize. Shake hands with Lord Hampton, darling.
And what sort of a dog is he?
Well, his mother was a Pekingese, but I think she must have at least been engaged to an Airedale. George, do sit down, or he'll be getting cold. Yeah. Here, take Bibi upstairs and give him a poached egg. Perhaps we'd better take him for a walk first. Il est très mal élevé. Roxy, dear, do sit down. Look, darling, Kitty Williams' new Roxy roses. He named them after me. You know how they breed roses, Lord Hampton. It's terribly interesting.
Oh, thank you.
I only found it out today. A rose, Lord Hampton, is both male and female. And in order to get little new kinds of roses, well, they have to do the most peculiar things. Roxy, dear, your tea. Oh, darling, I want a cocktail.
What sort of a cocktail?
Let's have a sidecar.
Wake up.
Mamma, isn't he sweet?
2 sidecars.
Lord Hampton, I'm sure your nephew is not nearly so attractive as you.
Oh, really? You're very charming.
So am I. Are you in on the plot, too?
What?
To marry us all. Mamma thinks she's terribly diplomatic. Poor darling. Transparent as glass. You think your nephew will like me, Lord Hampton? look me over. How do you like me?
You know quite well you're delightful.
Nothing. You're not supposed to know anything about it. That's old stuff, Mama. We're more advanced now. Schnitzelhauser says in his famous book on sex relations that all the...
Child, however did you come across that book?
What book is this? Why haven't I heard of it? Oh, you wouldn't understand it, Mama. Lord Hampton, if I'm going into a strange country, I need a guidebook, don't I? If you go into a jungle, you want to know what's behind the next tree. A girl of today should know everything, read everything, and do everything.
Bless my soul, you have brought her up well, Jane. In the modern manner.
Yes. I didn't mean her to be quite so modern, but she just turned out that way. Hello, Lord Hampton.
Hello, Roxy.
Hello, Mama. Hello. Oh, darling, I just happen to think I have a date. I'm dancing here today. Dancing? With who? The sweetest gigolo.
A hired dancing partner?
Everybody has one, darling. You hire a professional dancer just as you would a riding master. Who is the fellow? I don't know. He's an American or a Canadian. Head waiter introduced us. A hired person recommended by the head waiter. Here he comes. Mr. Jolie. Mr. Jolie, I want you to meet my mother, Lady Hartley.
Lady Hartley, may I say I'm honored?
Oh, my God.
Oh, George, what?
The tea is so hot, you know.
Oh, too bad. Lord Hampton, I want you to meet my dancing partner, Mr. Jolie.
What, the uncle of the famous Lord Robert Brummel? Oh, I am honored to meet you, sir.
You know Lord Robert Brummel.
Oh, I know of him. Everyone does.
Is he handsome?
Extremely handsome.
Oh,
Has he had many, adventures with ladies? But I want to know.
If you insist, he has. Well, at least 3 or 4 a month, and during the height of the season, even more.
nothing of the sort. You're entirely misinformed. My nephew is the most exemplary young fellow. I esteem him highly.
Oh, how I wish you could hear you praise him. Your good opinion would warm his heart.
You see, Mr. Jolie, Lord Robert is considered a good match for me. I want to get the inside, dope on him.
Dope? Oh, quite right. As Schnitzelhauser says in his famous book on sex, if you're going into the jungle, you want to know what's behind the next tree. A young girl of today should know life as it really is.
You two seem to have been exchanging ideas.
Oh, they're playing our pet tango. Come on, let's dance. Look at this, Mama. Mr. Jolie holds me perfectly. Let's show them those new steps.
Shall we start with the knee-to-knee half turn?
Love it. Don't you love it, Lord Hampton? Now let's show them passion's deep.
Oh, impudent hound.
Oh, George, what is it?
There. I don't think my nephew would approve of this young jackanapes.
You must send for your nephew at once. He's had so much experience, he'll know just what to do.
He will, and I haven't the slightest doubt that he'll do it.
Hello, Mama. Hello, dear.
I tell you, Jane, that fellow's dangerous.
A gigolo. Nonsense, George.
No, Gigolo, that's just it. These fellows are expert at leading girls into mischief.
An English mother knows her English daughter, George.
Yes, I know my American nephew.
I beg your pardon.
As I say, I don't think my nephew would approve of this fellow.
Hi, Gwenny. Are you interested, Mr. Jolie?
No. She's a beautiful dancer.
Gwenny? Oh, not bad.
Oh, very good. She has technique.
You mean I haven't technique?
I mean, you don't need technique.
Thank you, Mr. Jolie. Oh, what a divine night. Hello, Moon.
Do you know her?
We were practically related.
Now you mention it, I see a likeness.
You do?
Yes.
Give me a cigarette.
Yes, you're both high, beautiful, and unapproachable. Or are you?
What?
Unapproachable?
That depends.
On what?
The approach,
Meaning,
the time, the place, and the person.
well, the time is 11:15, the place is picturesque, and
And,
I was about to say, how would I do for the person?
Mr. Jolie, you've confirmed my worst suspicions.
Yes?
You're at your best on a dance floor. I shan't need you again this evening, Mr. Shirley.
No, I refuse absolutely. I danced that fellow the whole evening. Hello, Roxy.
Hello there.
Oh, hello. Feel like a stroll?
I'd love to.
Who's the man?
Oh, that's not a man. It's a gigolo.
Yeah, Gigolo.
I think he's rather nice.
That's not a man, that's a gigolo.
By the end of the month, my dear uncle, she will have learned that the gigolo is also a man.
Good morning, Gwenny. Well, are we all ready?
No, Roxanne isn't here yet.
Too bad. I'll inquire at the office. You may have phoned. Oh, my man. Can you tell me, has there been a phone call?
Not since I've been here.
Why, Mr.
Jolie is the name.
Jolie. You're riding today?
I am?
Riding alone again. Too bad. Well, you seem to be a lonely fellow these days.
And you?
Oh, I'm escorting my future niece, Miss Hartley. Charming girl, and a discriminating one.
I agree.
I wonder, Mr. Jolie, do you happen to recall the date today?
Accurately, Lord Hampton. It's Tuesday, the 15th of June.
Thank you. Then 15 days of the month have already gone, has they not?
Quite right. And the infant says...
The time flies, Mr. Jolie. Merely the time flies. Good day.
Hello? Oh, Miss Hartley. Alice speaking, miss. Yes, miss. Your party? Oh, your party's already left, miss. Yes, miss. They told me to tell you they'd meet you at the old mill. Yes, miss. They're riding on slowly, miss. Yes, miss. I will. Paris.
Yes, sir? What is it, sir? Will you give this message to Lord Hampton? Miss Hart has been delayed, and she wishes them to ride on by the Lake Road. The Lake Road, and she'll follow immediately. Why, Miss Hartley.
Fancy meeting you here.
This is a surprise.
I was expecting to find my friends. Have you seen them?
Oh, I passed them on the Lake Road some time ago.
The Lake Road? But that's miles around.
Miles, I'm happy to say.
What? Mr. Jolie, did you have anything to do with this?
Oh, must I tell the truth?
Yes?
Well, a little.
Really, that's going a bit too far. If you think I'll enjoy waiting
I
here...
thought I might entertain you.
Please don't trouble yourself. Good morning.
Please. I'm going. I'm sorry. I guess I was over the boundary line.
Well, you frequently are.
But I did want to. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Please wait here for your friends. I won't disturb you. I've got to go anyway. Oh, do you happen to know what time it is? My watch seems to run down.
5 to 12.
You don't tell me. Whew, noon already. I must get along.
Well, don't let me detain you.
I am terribly late. Goodbye. Well, my dear Lady Gwendolyn, this is nice of you. You were just in time. Won't you sit down? What a day, eh? What a day. Don't you feel that impulse to roll in the clover? I say, is it tactless of me to ask, is it really more difficult to sit down on the little bottle than on the big one? May I call you Gwenny? Thanks. Tell me, are you engaged too? Oh, I was afraid of that. So much emotion in those beautiful brown eyes of yours. I adore brown eyes. Yours are so friendly, Gwenny. But I know a pair of brown eyes are not friendly at all. Pretty. She's beautiful. Of course, just possible that she doesn't like me. Now, would you call me unattractive? Oh, now, come, Gwenny. You flatter me. No, she'd never lunch with me. I wouldn't dare ask her. Are you leaving me too, Gwenny? Are all women alike, Gwenny?
Well, Mr. Jolie, this is a surprise.
Miss Hartley, fancy meeting you here.
Oh, I just happened to be passing. What a tempting luncheon.
Won't you join me?
I'd love to.
Oh, and meet Lady Gwendolyn. You two girls got along famously. We have some nice salads, sandwiches, and a couple of delicious grasshoppers.
I haven't had a good grasshopper since Mama's garden party.
No?
No.
Coffee?
No coffee, thanks.
How about a glass of fresh, warm milk?
Splendid, if you have it.
Certainly. Odd case of mistaken identity. Lord Bolingbroke. And then, well, what could I do? Everything was swept away. I had no money, no position, no nothing. What else was there for me to do?
But become a gigolo.
I could become a butcher.
A butcher?
Well, my uncle's a butcher.
Not really.
I could be a head waiter. Would you want me to change?
Not for the world. I wouldn't deprive the ladies the pleasure of dancing with me.
Yes, it would be hard on them.
No doubt it would. Why don't you marry one of your wealthy patronesses?
I was going to. Then I met you.
I don't see how meeting me could upset your cart.
I couldn't marry another woman if I'm in love with you, could I? I couldn't marry you if I'm a gigolo.
Certainly not. Not even if you weren't a gigolo.
So there's nothing left for me to do but...
Dance with tears in your eyes.
Exactly. And hope for an hour, a moment of love.
Well, no doubt you'll get your wish. I must run along and find my friend.
Don't find them. Stay here with me.
I can't. They'll be looking for me.
You're afraid to stay with me, aren't you?
How ridiculous. I'm not afraid.
You're running away just as we're getting to understand each other. You must be afraid.
Don't be silly. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anything.
Not anything?
I said I'm not afraid of anything. Oh, look! A bee!
Quiet. Don't get him excited.
I'm terrified of bees. Drive him away.
He can't hurt you unless he sits down on you.
Oh, look!
Good heavens, a whole family. Let's go places.
Oh! I wonder if those pests have followed us.
I don't hear anything.
They may be sneaking up on us. Oh, don't do that.
I was only taking a peep.
Don't you dare. Oh! Oh, I'm sure there's a bite on my shoulder. I said my shoulder, Mr. Jolie.
Sorry.
I'm getting awfully hot.
So am I.
Perhaps you had better see if those brutes are around.
Keep under cover. I'll take a squint. Good heavens.
What?
Indians, don't look.
I must. Oh.
What do you think? We were just chased by a swarm of bees.
Yes. Well, believe it or not, we were just practicing a new dance step.
Really, dear? There must be very little left for you to learn.
My regards to Lord Bolingbroke.
Now, look here, Robert,
Jolie is the name?
Oh.
By the by, Martin, while the lady's with me, will you see that we are not disturbed?
Certainly, sir.
I'm not at home to anyone else. I should like to make rather a point of that, Martin.
I quite understand, sir.
A gardenia in the buttonhole seems to be indicated.
I have one for you, sir.
I'll answer it. Uncle John. Lord Hampton, you honor Mr. Jolie.
I do. But I want a word with you.
I know. You've decided to take up dancing. Doubt if I can find time for you at present. The women are pestering me with offers.
It's revolting.
You know, I'm really becoming quite an ace in my field. This is a nifty step.
A nifty step.
We call this the June Bride's Delight. Have you noticed the crowds gather when Roxy and I perform?
I have, and why Lady Jane allows it, I can't imagine.
Oh, Jane.
Jane?
Jane's fond of me. She's dancing with me, too, now. Jane's all right.
Jane? You infernal young jackanapes. Tell me, what have you accomplished with your June brides and your leaping passions? Huh. Look at your calendar. Our month is up today.
I'm aware of that.
Yes, you've lost, my boy. You've lost. I told you it'd be a terrible sell for you.
Not so fast, my dear uncle. Not so fast.
You've lost, Robert. Now I hope you'll have the common decency to step up and introduce yourself. Ask Roxy to marry you and we'll all get out and go back to England.
I have until midnight tonight, you know. 8 hours more.
Oh, you couldn't accomplish your wretched scheme in a month? What are you going to do in 8 hours?
My dear uncle, you have no idea what I can accomplish in 8 minutes. Oh, Martin, push back the rugs and arrange the furniture against the wall.
Very good, sir.
Beg pardon, my lord.
What is it? What is it?
Thank you. Beg pardon.
What is all this? Spring cleaning?
I'm giving a lesson, a private dancing lesson.
Who are you giving a private lesson to?
You're indiscreet, sir. Pardon me.
Answer my question.
A charming piece of work.
Who is it?
Venus, goddess of love.
Robert, I know what you're up to, and I will not tolerate it. You're going too far.
On the contrary, sir, I haven't gone as far as I had hoped as yet.
Look here, boy, I've grown fond of Roxy. I've sort of constituted myself her guardian angel.
Pardon me. You were saying, Uncle?
That I'm going to expose you.
Expose
Why,
me?
just take that stinking stuff away. I shall warn her, Robert. You have a low plan.
I never have plans about women. I have intuition. Pardonnez-moi, monsieur. Yes? Oh, certainly. Send her right up. Yes. Ah. Oh. Uncle George, you want to be toddling, won't you, sir?
Yes. I'm going.
Oh, but not that way, please, sir. Uncle George, would you mind leaving by the back door, please, sir?
Well, I think it only fair to inform you that I intend to interfere with your scheme. I'm going straight to Lady Hartley's.
Oh, now, Uncle.
Excuse me, please. Roxy, may I speak to you for a moment?
Oh, certainly, Lord Henry.
You shall have her back immediately.
Oh, that's all right. I have to go anyway. Don't wait for me. I'll talk you back. Bye.
My dear, don't do it, I beg you.
For what?
Sit down. Don't go. You'll regret it if you do.
Well, really, I don't understand.
Think of your reputation. It's one thing to dance in a public room with a man of this kind, but to take a private lesson in his apartment.
A private lesson?
Now, be frank with me. I happen to know that he's expecting you.
Expecting me?
I saw the preparations for your reception. Revolting.
Preparation?
See you later.
Hi, Gwenny. Where are you off to?
Gotta go make myself ravishing. Got a heavy date.
With whom?
You'd be surprised.
My dear, promise me you won't.
I can promise you that.
On your word of honor?
Word of honor.
Ah, that's the spirit.
You're such a darling.
Now just relax in my arms. Now the little sway from the hips. Toward me. Closer. Closer still. Wonderful.
Appointment numero 7. Numero...
Hello.
Oh, hello, Shirley. Mama's out. I'm all alone up here. Would you like to come up?
I'd love to, but I have one or two little things I must attend to.
Well, what little thing?
Oh, just little things. Oh, no. I'm all alone.
Well, perhaps you could find time to see me on a matter of business at 5?
Yes. Yes, I can finish my work by 5.
Thank you. I'm very much obliged.
Do excuse me. Continue with that last step, please.
Oh, I never will learn passionately. That's silly of me.
Tara, by the by, you haven't told your daughter, have you?
Oh, no, I shan't tell her till I'm quite expert.
Well, it won't be long now. We'll continue with the third movement. Watch me. 1, 2, 3. Upsy, dupsy, daisy. Shall we try? 1, 2, 3. Upsy, dupsy, daisy.
Oh, what did I do?
Well, your upsy was all right, but you dropped your daisy.
They careless of me.
We'll try it again.
Come in.
Ah. You sent for me?
Yes.
I'm at your service.
No, not necessarily.
I beg your pardon.
Mr. Jolie, I shan't require you after tonight.
Oh, but I don't
You've broken your
understand.
contract.
I?
I have exclusive rights to your services, and I am reliably informed that you've been dancing with other women.
Oh, but...
Oh, not openly. Oh, no. In secret. Behind closed doors.
Well, I could hardly help it.
No, no, of course not. The sounds that came through that door. Now a little sway from the hips. Ah, wonderful. Disgusting.
Really, Miss Hartley, you,
And with that lisping, pigeon-toed little half-wit, Gwenny of all people. Horrid, wriggling, shameless little snake.
But I assure you, Miss
And
Hartley...
to our Tongo.
If I might explain...
I'm not interested. I don't want to hear your explanation. What is it?
Well, it's true, I did give a private lesson.
Uh-huh. And to whom?
Oh, that I'm not at liberty to say.
That settles it. Here's your check, Mr. Jolie. Good night.
Thank you. Of course, I'm only a professional dancer. You can hire me or fire me as you please. True, I've never been dismissed before without a week's notice.
That's accounted for in your check. Good night, Mr. Jolie.
I don't want to appeal to your sympathy, but I dance for my bread and butter. It's not an easy life. If you knew how often my feelings were wounded and my feet weary. And the women I have to dance with, women to whom I'm just a gigolo, something to be despised. Women with flat feet and women with, well, even their best friends won't tell them.
Mr. Jolie, will you please go?
Is this final?
Quite.
Our tango. We shall never dance it together again.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Let's stop playing, Roxy. We love each other.
No. No, we don't.
Oh, I know I can never mean anything to you. You'll marry into your own class, and I shall pass out of your life.
Oh, Jolie. Jolie, please.
Give me this one evening. Let's slip away to some quiet place together. That quaint little inn in San Sebastian. Our plane leaves at 8:30, Roxy. What do you say?
I can't.
All I dare offer you is my love. An hour of happiness that will leave us with wonderful memories. That's all we have. But we shall have lived. We shall have loved. We shall have known romance. Roxy. Say yes. Say yes to life. Say yes to love. Say yes to me.
I can't cheat
Cheat who?
the man I marry.
He cheats.
Please. Please go.
If you change your mind, send me this. I shall be waiting.
Johnny.
Darling.
Goodbye, Johnny.
Oh, waiter.
Oui, monsieur?
What gown will Mademoiselle wear this evening?
I don't know, Pauline. Any old one will do.
One of the new ones Mademoiselle has just bought to wear for dancing with Monsieur Joly?
What do you mean for Monsieur Joly? Who's bought any gowns for Monsieur Joly?
I am sorry, Mademoiselle. I thought that is what you have said.
Well, you're quite mistaken. That will do, Pauline.
Yes, Mademoiselle. One of the old ones, the black chiffon?
Pauline. Now, why should I buy any gowns for Monsieur Joly, a gigolo? Well, that's ridiculous. You should know better than that.
But, Mademoiselle, Monsieur Joly is not a gigolo.
Not a gigolo? What do you mean?
I cannot make trouble for the person who told me. He will lose his job.
I'll give him another, a much better one. Now, what is it? Now, tell me, Pauline, or you'll lose your job.
Well, it is just what I say. Monsieur Joly only pretends to be a gigolo. He is a gentleman, a lord, Lord Robert Brummel.
Lord Robert Brummel? Oh, you're insane, Pauline.
I did not believe in myself at first. When Martin made love to me, I slapped his face. I say, I will not be kissed by the valet of a gigolo. Well, he was so insulted that he showed me. Showed you what? Is, what you call them, those things? Everyone is noblesse as one.
Oh, you mean a crest?
Yes, that is it. The paper he writes on, his pyjama, his underwear even. He has hid those things from you.
Well, I should hope so.
Because he wants to win you without. Oh, Mademoiselle, it is so romantic.
Oh, Pauline, it's heavenly. He's the man Mama always planned for me to marry.
Then you won't tell Mademoiselle?
Of course not. I'll let him carry his little game as far as he likes. But, Pauline, why would a man ask a woman he wants to win to go away with him to some secluded spot where they can
to see if you are the right kind of a wife for him to marry? Oh, Mademoiselle, you can be thankful you have resisted him. I myself, I think I would have surrendered. He's so charming.
So, Lord Robert Brummel is afraid I'm like all the other women he's known. He wouldn't marry Roxana Harley without finding out if she's worthy of him. And after he's made love to half the women in Europe.
Naturellement. Men, you know, they are all the same way. They want to try every woman in the world for themselves. But their wife, that is a dog of a different color.
Oh, it is her. Well, he'll find out what I'm like. I'll show him.
What are you going to do, Mademoiselle?
Do? I'm going to teach Mr. Joly a lesson. He'll be sorry he ever started his little game with me.
Da 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 dum. Da 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 dum. Da 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 da.
Are you out of your mind, may I ask?
Hello, Uncle. I have news for you. I've got to marry Roxy.
Got to? What do you mean?
Got to. There's no escape.
Good heavens.
Uncle, you win. I'm hooked, lost, sunk. I adore her. I'm crazy about her. As far as I'm concerned, we're engaged.
Bob, you mean it? Splendid. Congratulations.
Thanks. Doesn't a little drink seem called for?
Yes, indeed. So she stood the test, eh? What did I tell you, my boy? The Hartleys are the finest family in all England.
And Roxy's the finest of all the Hartleys.
Will she have you?
She loves me.
Oh, heaven knows why.
She loves me, and I love her. I trust her. I'm the happiest man alive. I'm sitting on top of the world.
A toast to the future Lady Robert Brummel.
To the future Lady Robert Oh, the boy for the flowers.
Flowers?
For Roxy. I've announced the arrival of Lord Robert Brummel. Ask her to see me.
Good.
For Miss Hartley, please, sir.
Thank you. You'll be married at Hampton, Bob. And I hope you'll make your home at the old place. Get her to make it soon. I want to see you happily settled. I want an heir to the old name before I... Robert, what is it?
Just a gardenia.
Well, what of it?
What of it?
Robert, my boy, what's bothering you?
This afternoon I made Roxy a certain suggestion. She refused. She refused, and then I knew I loved her.
Well?
I left her this gardenia. I told her if she changed her mind to send it to me. Well, here it is. It means yes.
Yes. To what?
To a love flight. With me, alone.
I can't believe it. Just what did you suggest to her?
That we fly to San Sebastian and dine at the old inn.
Well, my dear boy, you don't suppose for a minute that Roxy would think she was doing wrong in accepting your invitation?
You think not?
A girl like Roxy would never dream that you were suggesting anything improper.
Perhaps you're right, Uncle George. Still, I don't know.
Well, of course you won't take the trip.
I must. I've got...
Robert, for the love of heaven, let well alone. Don't play with fire.
I've got to find out what sort of a girl she really is. I've got to know just how she understood my invitation.
She loves you and you love her. That's enough. Don't risk her happiness.
Because I love her, that I must know. Don't you see that doubt would torment me all the rest of my life? I've got to go through with it.
But, my dear boy, it's surely enough that you...
Yes. Never mind, boy. Yes. Wait a minute. Come in.
My dear Robert, you can't do this. Heaven knows what it'll lead to. My boy, listen to me. Don't you realize the girl's as fond of you as you are of her, and you can't treat her like this.
Monsieur is waiting for a friend, I believe, no?
Yes?
Oh, yes, a lady. You wish to make reservations for the return trip tonight, monsieur?
I don't know yet.
I see. Pardon me. Ah, mademoiselle, this way, please. Mind the step.
Hello, Jolie.
Hello, Roxy.
Any luggage, mademoiselle?
Nothing.
We are all ready to hop off, monsieur.
Are you ready?
Rather.
You sure?
Well, of course.
All right. Let her go.
Oh, Jolie, I never was so thrilled in all my life. Our first flight to heaven. It's going to be a glorious sensation.
You like sensations, don't you?
Pleasant ones, of course.
Roxy, you know what I've done?
No, I want something nice.
I've engaged a suite of rooms at San Sebastian.
That's quite old inn.
Yes. We'll be on the ground floor, where we can enter and no one can possibly notice us.
Oh, surely you think of everything, don't you? Oh, it's going to be perfect, darling.
They certainly are.
Hi, monsieur.
Oh, good evening, Jane.
Oh, George, it's you.
May I have a word with you, Jane?
As many as you like. I'm so glad you came. I've been reduced to playing solitaire. It bores me, but it's always cheap.
This is really serious, Jane. Can I count on your absolute discretion?
If it's a secret, no. I'm very discreet, but I can't keep secrets.
Well, I don't know how to say it. This Jolie is not a dancing man at all. He's my nephew, Bobby Brummel.
Oh, no, George. Oh, this is marvelous news. Pleases me immensely. But why the masquerade?
Well, Bobby has the strange notion that every modern girl is... Look here.
Don't, George.
Oh. Well, he's afraid to marry for fear his wife will make a fool of him. A disgusting idea.
Wise young man. Looks before he leaps.
I'm not sure that he intends to leap if he can help it. He'll never marry if... Well, she's got to convince him that he's wrong.
George, are you trying to tell me that you think he can persuade my Roxy to... Oh, a delicious idea.
Well, you may be right. We shall know more tomorrow morning, of course.
Tomorrow morning?
When they get back from San Sebastian. They've bolted together. They're staying at the old inn.
George, you knew this all the time and you never warned me?
Well, I was so sure as Roxy.
Sure? How can you be sure of anything these days? Order a cart, once.
I've never seen you frown before, but it's very becoming. Why so jolly?
Planes don't agree with me. They make me dizzy.
Well, I'm dizzy too, but not from the plane. I'm dizzy with joy. More joy, Shirley.
You've had too much joy already.
Oh, darling, I thought you were my suitor, not my Sunday school teacher. Don't worry, I shan't disgrace you. I hold a record on my costume.
I thought you told me goodbye this afternoon. What made you change your mind?
And I thought you knew about women. I'll get you a book here on what every young man should know. Oh, darling.
We're simply crawling.
90 miles an hour, sorry.
Oh, why did we slide?
Jane, now keep calm. I'm just as anxious about this as you are.
Much more scary to slide off than the tipsy off camp with the nephew.
Ah, but I'm relying on Roxy. Roxy's a hardling.
George, I must tell you something. There's a skeleton in the closet.
What? What's that?
Yes, Roxy's great-great-grandmother was the favorite of Louis XV.
No.
Yes.
We ought to have flown.
Oh, there's still time. There's hope, isn't there?
And I know my nephew very little.
It's a dream of a place, isn't it?
Yes, it's very nice.
Come along, dear. Oh, it's adorable. It's perfect. Darling, isn't it simply divine?
It's all right. It's a bit chilly, though, isn't it?
You are cold, monsieur? You like fire?
No, thank you.
Oh, Monsieur Victor, it's all too perfect for words.
Thank you, madame. Thank you, monsieur. But wait. The finest feature you have not yet seen. Come. Voila. Madame. Monsieur. Come.
Oh. Surely not.
Isn't that beautiful, monsieur?
It's all right.
Oh, it's lovely, isn't it?
What's that noise?
You don't mean the music, huh?
If you call it musica. It's all rather stagey, don't you think so?
Stagey. Surely. Oh, but you're joking. Look at that sky. And those little waves curling up on the beach.
You don't mean to say you can sleep with those waves pounding in your ear all night? Do you mean to tell me you ever get anyone to sleep in these rooms?
Never before. If I had a complaint.
Well, I think it's damp and depressing. To tell you the truth, the whole place gives me a chill.
You are perfect, darling. I'm sure he thought we'd been married for years.
Yes.
We're alone now. Aren't you thrilled? My Jolie. I knew it from the moment I met you.
You what?
Silly boy. But this would happen, of course. Didn't you?
I certainly did. I hoped it would.
Oh, my little Gigolo. Oh, dear. Just when we were getting started.
Come in.
Dinner, monsieur.
Oh, wait. You'd prefer to dine downstairs, wouldn't you? It's so much dear.
Oh, no, darling, please. Let's have it on the balcony.
Go ahead.
We shall be alone. You want to be alone, don't you? Alone with me.
Of course.
Shan't be a moment.
Monsieur will ring when he's ready for the suite.
Wait. You stay and serve it.
À place.
Oh.
Madame.
Oh, isn't this fun?
It's great.
Should I serve the cocktail, madame?
Oh, no, that's all right. You needn't wait. We'll take care of everything.
But monsieur said...
Well, what are you waiting for? We'll take care of everything. You think of everything, too, don't you?
Well, of course, old dear. Just a girl who knows her weekends, that's all.
Why, only this afternoon you told me you'd never cheat on the man you'd marry.
Oh, I always say that at first. Cocktail, darling. A girl can't tell the truth to every man who makes love to her, can she?
Well, I'm flattered.
Well, you ought to be, old darling. You've had excellent competition.
I can imagine.
Shall I tell you about them?
I'd rather not, if you don't mind. Who are they?
Well, first, there was a prince.
What prince?
Oh, darling, don't be so inquisitive. Well, anyway, he simply carried me off my feet. Oh, what a glorious month we had together in the Swiss Alps. Shall I go on?
Of course, by all means, and don't spare the details.
Then my riding master was next. Jolly old chap, Tony. Spanish. What a lot I learned from Tony. Then there was a fascinating actor from Russia.
You've certainly covered a lot of territory, haven't you?
And now my American Jolie. Romantic, isn't it?
What about this Lord Robert Brummel you're supposed to marry?
Oh, that idiot. I wouldn't marry him if he were the last man on earth. What a rotter he is. Imagine Mama wanting me to marry such a bounder.
Oh, don't worry. He probably won't ask you.
He jolly well won't get the chance. Let's drink to the silly old nitwit, shall we? Just for a joke. Come on, Jolie. Let's drink to Lord Robert Brummel, the chump.
The chump.
Hello, Jolie?
Hello.
Oh, dear. Come in.
Madame, voici votre chat.
Oh, merci. Mettez le poids dans le chambre, s'il vous plaît.
Bien, madame.
What was in that box?
Oh, darling, how naughty you are. Pajamas, of course.
What?
Darling, pajamas.
Oh.
Oh, Jolie. Darling. How can can you sit there and eat when we're together?
I can't.
Johnny, listen, that music. The first dance we danced together, remember?
Why, so it is. Let's go down and dance.
Oh, not now, I'm tired. It must be getting late.
Why, no. No, it's barely 12.
Perhaps it's the sea air.
That's fun. It invigorates me. What do you say to a swim?
Oh, no, darling, not now. In the morning. Carry me in. My conqueror. Wait a minute, darling, wait. Hello? Please don't ring this room until 10 o'clock in the morning. Better make it noon, perhaps. Naughty boy. Don't you come in. Darling, hand me those. Jolie, come here. Darling, say yes. Say yes to life. Say yes to love. Say yes to me. Please. Here I am. Do you like me?
Like you, I hate you, you little devil, you.
Hello, Lord Robert Brummel. You thought you'd test me, didn't you? And if I failed to come up to your lordship's standard, I wouldn't be honored with your lordship's proposal. Your standard, yours. I wouldn't marry you if you were the last man in the world.
Roxy! Roxy! Roxy, let me in.
You unspeakable cad. I never hated and despised anyone so in all my life.
Darling.
You beast, you brute, you swine.
Darling, I love you. Madame, look. Roxy, open this door. I'll break it down.
Brother, sweet. Uncle, she loves me. You win, I've lost, and she loves me. Open that door.
You scoundrel, what are you doing?
Mother, Mumsy, Mater. Oh, she loves me and the happiest man in the world. Open that door.
Go away. How dare you come in
Roxy,
here?
listen.
Will you please go?
I will not. Roxy, I've got to
Go
talk.
away. Mama.
Roxy.
Mama.
Roxy, you come out of here, I'll pull you up.
Oh, you will you? Well, I'd just like to see you do it, that's all. You come in here and I'll turn on the shower.
Roxy, forgive me, I love you.
Oh, go away.